Hi there, Samantha Hoffman here with a review of the movie Widows. This is a movie that the critics love almost universally. I haven't read anything bad about it. This is a movie, I need to have a new category on my rating scale called I Don't Get It, because I don't get it. I have a couple of issues with it. First of all, it has Gillian Flynn's stamp all over it. Now, she wrote the screenplay. If you remember, she wrote Gone Girl, which is a huge success. And she wrote I think that was her first screenplay. She wrote the screenplay for that movie. And I have to say, I thought that was a pretty good movie. Much better than the book, in my opinion. I didn't like the book because it just got so far-fetched. And Gillian Flynn doesn't seem real wedded to reality, which I don't always need reality, but it has to have some level of believability for me. Her work really doesn't, so if that's your thing, you probably won't like it. If you don't mind, you might like this. It's a great cast. Viola Davis, of course, is wonderful. Liam Neeson, I like him. He seems to choose the wrong movies. He never has any real critical success, but boy, is he prolific. So he chooses a lot of bad movies and he stars in all of them. Here's my problem with, one of my problems with Widows. It opens with a scene of Liam Neeson and Viola Davis. They are a married couple. They're in bed. They're facing each other. They're kissing. And his mouth is open so wide that he looks like he's going to eat her face. Now, if I had a husband or a partner who kissed like that, I'd have to slap him. That is not sexy. So that's the beginning. Then my issue overall is that I don't buy them as a couple. They're very different people, not just that she's black and he's white, because that doesn't matter, but they're just very different people. I think it was bad casting. She's a remarkable actor. I really love her. I don't buy him as her wife, as his wife. So, you know, right off the bat, there's that. I don't see them as in love, although they're supposed to be madly in love. And so that part of the premise doesn't work for me, and that's a big point in the film. The other thing is that there are these four women who are married to these criminals who have been pulling off these unbelievable heists. And in the beginning of the film, they all die, and so these women, led by Viola Davis, decide to pull off this last heist, and she has a notebook from him that tells her how to do it. And what do you know? They can do this. They can read this notebook and figure it out, and they can find these masks to wear, and they can figure out how to get Glocks, and they get a van and a getaway car and the whole bit. Well, you know, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. In Ocean's 12, it's kind of the same premise where these women get together and they pull off this phenomenal heist. And I bought it in that film because they'd done it before. One of them was in jail for this kind of thing. They seemed so competent. They seemed experienced. And it was, you know, it had such great humor in it. That, to me, I could buy. I could suspend disbelief for that film, but I can't do it for this one. There were points during this film where people were laughing, and it's not because it was funny, it's because the situation was so outlandish that it's like, really? So the ending, it's so bizarre. The whole thing, it boils down to whether or not you like Gillian Flynn. If you like her, go see this film. If you don't like her, you might not like this. Go for the performances, but I'd have to say that's about all that this film has going for it. So, 1 star out of 5 from me for Widows. See for yourself.